So we're going to be deep diving into Warrior Babe's funnel, essentially just looking at their ecosystem. I'm on ads library here. We're going to be going from ads all the way to checkout potentially, or book a call. They are running multiple things. They do. I think last month they did about 5 million. So they're doing really well. They're printing cash, and we're going to see kind of what they are doing to have such conversions. Now, must be noted, I'm just going to move myself here. They are currently running 120 ads at this moment, but they are doing a few things. They probably have two accounts. So we have Warrior Babe and then Warrior Babe Fit Over 40. If we go here, this is different. They're only running 36 ads. 36 ads. And a lot of this, so we'll actually dissect what's going on here. We'll spend a little bit of time on the copy and then where this lands to. So this here, for instance, let's talk about the real reason your body changed after 40. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you need more discipline. It's hormones. So basically what they're doing, obviously this is kind of meeting their consumer, their ICP, where they're at. Obviously, individuals of this age have gone through menopause. They've tried losing weight. The classic, it was so easy in high school, and now just things have changed. And so they're kind of shining light on that. A lot of people tend to take this route because it makes sense. But let's talk about the real reason your body changed after 40. It's not because you're lazy, right? So just basically some objections. Some people may think they're not doing enough, right? And you got to realize too, with fitness, people like to do less, right? So basically suggesting it's not because you're lazy. Like, you're already doing enough. The thing I'm going to prescribe you is going to be probably half the output of what you're already doing. It's just you're not really doing it properly. That's kind of what they're going for. And then after 40, so ultimately it's qualifier. If you're not 40, this doesn't really apply to you. It's not because you're lazy, and then it's not because you need more discipline, right? That's the two things that majority probably of their ICP. That's why they're mentioning it. If it was a different objection, they'd probably put it up, but they did not. So, it's basically, am I lazy? Am I not doing enough? Or do I just need more discipline, right? And then they're going to come in and say it's hormones. So you have to remember, this market is very sophisticated. So they need a unique mechanism. So again, it's hormones, right? It's keto. It's, right, it's whatever this thing is here. It's sophisticated, so it has to be something more than just saying it's because you're doing cardio wrong. It has to be a unique mechanism that now, after, again, very sophisticated market. Everyone's tried losing weight. These women have tried losing weight before. They've gone through this kind of weight loss roller coaster, and it just doesn't work. So you're going to say, it's not this thing, it's not this thing, it's not this thing, it's this thing. And then they're going to provide some evidence, right? So it's hormones. Estrogen begins to decline, and your body starts storing more fat around the belly, okay? And then thyroid function slows, tanking metabolism, and insulin resistance builds. Most programs ignore this. So here we go. We're throwing a bit of rocks. So everything you've tried. So, and again, too, the way this is going, so you have to kind of go on the positive. If they just came out and they specifically stated, so this is kind of their hook here. If they just came out and said you're doing it completely wrong, like, it's basically you, right? Obviously, that's not going to work. The ICP is going to get offensive, and they're not going to be ready to absorb this information that now they're going to kind of go into, because they're changing beliefs. I love what Alan Sultanic says. He says marketing is just change work. So what you're trying to do is you need the consumer to open up mentally, right? They have all these barriers, blocks, and resistance, right? It's just like sales training. It's like doing sales, right? So if I lean into the positive, like, hey, this is the reason. It's not because of this. It's not because of this. It's because this, and this. And ultimately, they've already heard this. They understand this, right? They all, like, the individuals of this age, they go, yes, I know my hormones are kind of messed up. Specifically, yes, I know estrogen declines, thyroid function. That's a common issue around that age. And then obviously insulin resistance builds, which a lot of them know because a lot of them are diabetic, right? For instance, or they are pre-diabetic, okay? And so most programs ignore this. So here we go. So oh wow, everything I did kind of ignored this, right? But they're gonna need more info because that again is just not gonna sell at this market sophistication, right? Warrior Babe was built for this. So we built a specific, and again, this is the unique mechanism. We built this specific thing so that one, we can tack on your, we can attack your hormones, and we can work. It's gonna be like a, instead of fighting your body, it's working with your body type story they're gonna propose here. And it's not because of all these things that you're thinking of. It's not about the objections that you're thinking. It's because it's the hormones. We built this thing for you. This is how it's going to work, right? So our method is designed for women in premenopause, right? Again, this is qualifying. So if you are 40, again, to my understanding, I think menopause or premenopause. Let's just see here. Our WB4 method designed for women in premenopause and menopause. Okay, so right? I think you get it at different ages, but one qualifier here, if you're not 40, it doesn't really apply to you. And then, if you're premenopausal or in menopause, um, who wants to take back control of their metabolism, hormones, and health, this method is for you, right? So reignite, this is kind of some benefit copy. Reignite your metabolism through food, not starvation. Again, a lot of it is the benefits. It's like do this instead of what you've been doing this. So they all tried starvation diets. Very common rhetoric within that community. Balance your hormones through muscle building workouts. So potentially a lot of them have heard that don't lift too much weight, that stresses out the body. Like all this stuff. And again, this is all a byproduct of marketing. So it's like marketing fighting marketing. Yes, there's obviously some science based around all this stuff. But a lot of it, as soon as you start becoming more sophisticated market, you need more marketing material to sway your consumer to go in your direction, right? So balance your hormones through muscle building workouts, and then feel energized, clear headed, and gain control. So if you are in menopause, right, you feel less energetic, a lot of brain fog, and then you feel like you're losing control. This here, so we have helpless, hopeless, and worthless markets. A lot of these individuals, they feel helpless and potentially hopeless, right? Because it's like, man, I've been trying for so long and nothing's working. So I want to tap a bit into that, right? So here, feel energized, like this is very emotional. Feel energized, clear-headed, and in control again. They would, trust me, they would do anything to feel like, one, they're in high school, and to feel like they're in control of their body. I mean, that's everybody, right? And then they're going to come in here with a nice review. Typically, reviews, they just handle objections. So whatever, right? So like FAQ section, essentially, reviews are kind of the way you're going to pivot them or put them on the page is that they're basically just breaking a common objection. So let's see if they do that. So I was eating healthy, working out, and still gaining weight. Majority of them are. Again, this is why our thing is different. You're going to be doing XXX, all this stuff, but you're still missing the mark. It's because you're not doing this thing. So a lot of them are eating healthy. Talk to anyone. They're always like, I'm eating healthy. They are working out, and they're still gaining weight. Okay, so I'm a fitness fanatic myself, and I've been in the industry for a while, and a lot of it is, I hear this all the time. Okay, so my doctor brushed it off as getting older, as they typically do, right? But Warrior Babe showed me how my hormones were affecting everything. Now I feel lean, right? So now it's the outcome, great, I feel lean, clear, stronger than ever. Okay, and they put the Trustpilot review, probably just adds more credibility. Right, so after that, they go, you don't need another diet, you don't need another plan that understands your stage of life and works with your biology, right? So there we go. What did I just say? So you want something that works with your body, not against it, okay? And works with your biology, not against it. Watch the free trainings. This goes to a training, a so-called, probably a hidden VSL, and then you're gonna obviously book a call with the team. So watch the 10-minute free training, just cover how we helped women 40 plus lose weight, rebalance their hormones, and actually feel good again. Link. And then this isn't about chasing your 25-year-old self. It's about unlocking your strongest self now. So that's cool there. I like that. Because a lot of them are trying to go back in the past. A lot of them want the high school body, the college body, when the jeans fit properly, right? When The social life was a lot better, and I felt really good in my own skin. So, again, here's a bit of change work. So it's not about chasing the prior self, right? So, you know, past is the past. Let's look into the future here. Let's create your best self yet. And what this is ultimately doing is this is basically not selling the click, but you're trying to amp up energy, because ultimately I have to take an action, because then I'm gonna have to watch, which we're gonna dive into here. I'm gonna have to watch a 10-minute training. So you're trying to give the consumer energy and hope, and like, this is the thing. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to do that before I click, right? So, hey, you're going to develop your strongest self now and winning your body back one powerful step at a time, right? You're like, oh my goodness, right? Oh my goodness, this is awesome. I'm not going to, I'm going to be stronger than myself in high school and winning your body back. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be in control. And then how to reignite menopause metabolism, okay? And these wordings here, that's probably, I haven't heard menopause metabolism before. Um, that's their own wording. You want cool like spin-offs like that. Usually they tend to rhyme, like menopause metabolism, Eminem, stuff like that. Okay, so this has been going on since September 19th, right? So this has been going on for a little bit. Let's look at something, and then we're gonna view the lander. Let's view something that's been active for a little longer, and what they are doing as well. 19th. May 8th. But this looks to be an awareness ad. Think lifting weights makes you bulky. Let's crush that myth real quick. See it again. There we go. That's what I mentioned. I alluded to that before. A lot of women think that, if they touch if they do some bicep curls, they're going to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is not true. Number too late to start lifting, whether you're beginning or premenopause, postmenopause, 62, great. So again, we're targeting kind of that self-image that they're holding. It's kind of like making money. Hey, it doesn't matter if you're 19 or 86, you can always start, right? Like, it's just a number, it's just an age, right? Why don't you toss it? Okay, so, and again, these are all what they are doing. They do have a YouTube channel. I believe what I've heard from Ryan, they are trying to go more organic. But what they are,
I transformed a woman's body who got on the barbell or with dumbbells. Please stop just going through the motions and doing random things daily. Put intention into your client through her journey. 32% protein, videos like this to come. Yeah. I transformed a woman.
All these are YouTube videos. I think they're probably just trying to bring more awareness to the videos via actual YouTube, like grow the video. And again, it's just like it's just awareness. It's nurture content. And then you're probably going to get retargeted if you actually watch a little bit of this video. And they have a lot of that here, right? Just classic awareness.
And again, so when we get to postmenopause, we have
hour long, and they're running traffic to it, and it's probably a YouTube video.
Find it in a local bookseller because they can get it in for you, support the small businesses. But if you can't, because you live in the middle of nowhere, then you can always find it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble's websites.
Cool. Thank you. And hey, everyone listening, if this episode hit home for you guys, screenshot it, share it, put it on your stories on Instagram, tag me, tag Dr. Stacy Sims, and let us know what clicked the most for you in this episode.
I don't know where this is. This could be YouTube. This could be just been IG Live. Nonetheless, they are running traffic to this. Again, they are ultimately just trying to spread their message, right, about their method. They're trying to bring traffic to it, and then you'll get retargeted. Obviously, this hour here is a ton of consumption. It would be interesting to see. This is obviously, I don't think it's embedded with anything, but what's kind of the average duration watched. Just to see, and then again, they would retarget you with something else. So I think all of this upper half here. So this has been running since 9th. Where's the May? let's see here. September. I guess they just started running all these. These are named, okay. 19th, 9th, yeah, so they're just running probably. Small budget towards those. So let's do here, I guess. This is probably the that I can press on. All right, so let's do this. So summer's coming fast. I'm gonna eventually take that down because, well, summer's kind of over. But that doesn't mean you have to dread sleeveless tops or self-conscious in your favorite dress, right? So again, they're kind of hitting a pain point here. That doesn't mean you have to dread sleeveless tops or feel self-conscious in your favorite dress. If you want to trade the stubborn mom bod for lean muscle and unshakable confidence, it starts now. The reason so many hardworking women plus 40 aren't seeing results, again, we're about to throw rocks on why your method doesn't work and ours works. They're falling outdated. You will see outdated. So outdated is a common term a lot of marketers use. So again, you have to basically, if it's outdated, it's basically just, that word is a beautiful word because it just assumes that it's just, when you hear outdated, you're like, it's not going to work. So you will see outdated in quite a bit of ads, ad copy. It's a great word to incorporate because it just sums up so much. Outdated, eat less, and work out harder. Rules that leads to frustration, injuries, and plateau after plateau. Again, things that they're experiencing. That's why I created a free Warrior Babe method training, free, designed to fit real women's body schedules and goals. Okay. Again, common thing. So it's like benefit, right? So it's like develop this thing, benefit, and then again, objection. So a lot of them are going to say, I don't want to look like a supermodel. I just want to lose a bit of weight. Boom. I have a busy schedule. I have no time. All right, so we're going to work on that and then finally achieve your goals. It's already helped over some social proof. You're always going to embed that in. Body composition, lots of them. Oh, okay, here we go. Over 40 years young. And look how they do young. Again, we're trying to change their mindset. You're not old. You're young. You have so much more to go. But the way you've been going at it just isn't the right thing to do. So if you do this thing, man, you're going to feel you're 40 years young. Okay? And if you're committed, it can do the same for you. So here we go. So you have summer's coming. Picture it with summer. You have summer's coming fast. Boom. All right? So that doesn't mean, you have to repeat what you were doing each summer. You want to trade the stubborn mom bod for lean muscle, right? So it's like, we know what you want. Boom, some intent. It starts now. And then boom, we're going to get into the reason why it hasn't worked for you. We're going to get into the thing we've created. Here, we're going to get into the thing we've created and kind of the benefits or the kind of the things we're going to kind of tackle. And then obviously, hey, it's already worked. Worked for 17,000 people. 40 years young, and if you're committed, it can do the same for you. So this is when you start to put some intent into copy. Again, a lot of time you'll read these things, and it's like, it's not really like I don't want to press over. I don't want to continue on because I have a hard time, especially these sophisticated markets like BizOp. If you're trying to sell me that I'm gonna make more money, if you're trying to sell me that I'm gonna lose weight. And I've tried a handful of times. I've tried 10 times before. I've tried hundreds of times to lose weight. Like, you got to have a really solid argument. And in part, not only do you have to explain your mechanism, which they're doing somewhat, I have to click over to the free training, but you have to now start embedding it. You have to start allowing your prospect to now picture it actually can work. That's why they threw the 17,000 in here. If I said it only worked for 2 people, but there's promising results, you're going to click off. So I have to embed social. I have to embed credibility. All right? And they even put the 40 years because you're going to see what a lot of people do is they would see the 17,000 and they go, well, it's still not going to work for me because probably those individuals are a lot younger. So their ICP is ballparked around the 40s, probably like, 40 plus or whatever, at 40 years young. All right, perfect. And then if you're committed, it can do the same for you. This is where you start to put the change work in, some of the intent. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's worked for 17,000. It can work for me. Perfect. No more. Oh my goodness, I don't have to cut entire food groups. I can eat the chips, the carbs late at night while I'm watching my TV show, exhausting yourself with hours of cardio. I hate cardio. I have no time for cardio. Wasting money on pills and potions that promise miracles, right? Like this is classic weight loss copy here. And then instead you'll discover, again, you're not going to learn. No one wants to learn. This age group here doesn't want to learn anymore. They're not trying to expand their mind. They have a very fixed mindset. You have a growth and fixed mindset. So it's a very fixed mindset. You're not going to learn anything. You're going to discover. Discovering, it's a lot more friendly, right? Learning is like, it's so much cognitive load. Discover is like perfect. I can discover. Oh my goodness. It's time, So discover is another word you'll see. You'll see outdated, discovered, discover. So we'll discover how to eat in a way that nourishes and sculpts your body. A realistic plan that respects your busy lifestyle. Easy to implement strategies for staying consistent. Renowned energy, stronger muscles, and total body confidence. Renewed energy. And then stop settling for normal and start claiming the toned, vibrant body you deserve. Now, Alan Sultanic does a lot of calls on how to actually sell to women, because it's a lot different. The verbiage, the way they kind of just go through life is different than men. So there's specific words you want to use. So they say deserve here. One word you'll see, if done right, again, a lot of people, I'm learning it. A lot of people don't know how to sell to women properly. But a beautiful word that resonates with them is truly. So here I would like to see stop settling for normal and start claiming the toned, vibrant body you truly deserve. Right? So for men, it's really, the word really resonates with us. Like, you really deserve it. It's like, yeah, I do really deserve this. With women, it's truly. Like, you truly deserve this. You've been working so hard. You got the job. You've been going through a lot lately. Like, you truly deserve this. Okay? Ready for your free access. Okay, so here we're again, you're reading it, it's logical, kind of emotional, makes sense. Now we're starting to, the emotion of the consumer is starting to increase because I need them to click over. If I don't do this, they're not going to click over. Okay, ready for this free access. So here, stop getting normal. It's like, okay, yes, I see this. Oh, I resonate with this. I resonate with this thing. I resonate with this thing. Yes, I do want the body I truly deserve. Okay? Ready for the free access, right? So it's free again. So they're selling the click. It's free. Like, you have all these things and it's free anyway. So why not just click over? And then they're future pacing. You want to do this again. This just lets me know what I really am going to expect. Again, you got to hold, basically, you got to handhold the consumer all the way along, specifically across the ad. Click below to grab your spot. And the warrior method training before another year slips by without the results you've been craving. Okay, so here, some emotional stuff, right? So before another year slips by without results you've been craving. And then the PS. This is a zero pressure training. So there we go. Like I said, they're selling the click. So again, that's why they put free access here. They're just selling the click. They're like, we just need you to hop over. That's all we're kind of really doing. And they're going to further do that with this PS statement. Now, it's important to note, usually PS statements are one of the most important red elements of any advertising letter email. So you will see PS statements a lot. There was a breakdown I did of Jeremy Miner's funnel, 7th level black book funnel. They actually use this here. Where is it? This is just basically a copy and paste with a little bit of copy and paste in their own words. Basically, Jeremy Miner's 7th level funnel. But nonetheless, and what I was saying was Jeremy Minor uses a lot of PS statements, some in his advertising. They're gonna resell you here. They're basically just saying, PS, this is zero pressure training, just real talk, proven methods, and a roadmap to help you feel proved every time you see your reflection. Okay, now, boom, there's CTA. Control your body and the way it looks. 4 methods. Okay, so control your body and the way it looks. Who doesn't want that? And then they're basically kind of, they're just kind of explaining, hey, it's 4 methods. Okay, so now I gotta go over to see what these 4 methods are, so I can control my body and the way it looks. Okay, so that is the ad, and then we have.
There is a new way to get toned that requires. There is a new way to get toned that requires no cardio, no calorie cutting, and tons of carbs. The best way for women to get in shape over 40 is not keto, Jenny Craig, or Weight Watchers, or super intense workouts. If you're over 40 like me, stop for just below to watch my free 15-minute training and learn how to get started today.
Right, so this intro here.
There is a new way to get toned
Again,
that requires.
Sophisticated markets, you gotta have new angles, so it's a new. Everyone like a lot of the markets, you're selling novelty. That's all you're doing. So the 4 methods is novelty. It's worked for 17,000 people. We're gonna show you this, and thing with our 4 methods is all novelty. The more sophisticated, the more novelty it is, and that's kind of the undertone of unique mechanisms. It's just essentially novelty. That's all it is. And so when you come in here and say, it's not the most sophisticated way to say it. They just blatantly say it a new way. Like if you're in certain markets, you can still pull off the new way, but the more sophisticated, you're like, man, there's always a new way, right? Like you start catching on again to the verbiage of all these advertising, all these marketers, but they just specifically say, because I guess, mothers that are 40 aren't, they're not advertisers. So whatever, I'll just come out and say, hey, there's a new way that you can lose weight, 40, and
There is a new way to get toned that requires no cardio, no calorie cutting.
So it's, again, the pain point. So there's a new way to make money. It doesn't require you working a 9 to 5. Doesn't require you working multiple jobs and, X, Y, and Z. And the best part is you can do it from home in your pajamas. You just need a laptop, and your old laptop will do just fine, or whatever the heck. But that's all they're essentially doing here.
And tons of carbs. The best way for women to get in shape over 40 is not keto, Jenny Craig, or Weight Watchers.
Right? It's not this thing, this thing, this thing.
Or super intense over 40.
At the age of 61, I think
So they put in some testimonials.
I ended up down 20
Thousands of women have used this system to lose.
because it just
Testimonials.
feels
Break it up.
empowering.
The results are clear. I'm stronger. My needs are.
After working with thousands of
That method steps and fuel your body. 15-minute training and learn how to.
Make it through my older years.
Thousands of women have used this system to lose
A
fat.
great thing you can do, again, like ICP, like your actual consumer saying the thing is huge. I forget what Nick Fisher says that is, but it's like when you actually have your consumer giving you a testimonial in their own language.
Fat, build muscle, and feel stronger.
We don't need to say it. We have actually our client here are the people just like you saying it. And that is essentially
Than ever.
right.
And I'm going to keep lifting until I can't lift another day because it just feels empowering.
The results are clear. I'm stronger. I'm healthier. And I am 100% more attuned to what my needs are.
After working with thousands of warrior babes, we have cracked the code on building muscle and losing fat.
That's why I created my WB4.
This is all curious. So they're wanting me to go over, right? Again, let's get this down here. This was the page, right? They're wanting me to go over. So obviously they can't mention anything about the product because that's going to avoid me clicking over. As soon as I figure out what it is, you lost a click. So all they're doing is just hyping it up. And that's what obviously this stuff is here. And now they're just doing it via video. So they're hyping it up. Hey, we have this thing. It doesn't require this thing, this thing, this thing. The best part of it is you don't need to spend hours doing cardio. You can eat all the carbs you want, and you need to walk, you know, instead of 10,000 steps, it's 2,000 steps with our new unique mechanism. And then they're going to throw in some testimonials. I feel empowered, and it's all very benefit driven. Okay, like it's all very vague in nature.
Life changer for me. I feel like I'm gonna make it through my older years.
Thousands of women.
Like, it's all very like, I feel strong, I feel powerful, I have more muscle than ever. It's all these benefits and these outcomes. Because again, I'm not mentioning anything about the product. So if I'm watching the video, I have to start ramping up.
Have used this system to lose fat,
So they-
build muscle, and feel stronger than ever.
And I'm gonna keep lifting until I can't lift another day.
Of Warrior Babe.
Created my W.
We've done this
What my
over and
needs
over.
After working with thousands.
Eat, train, and fuel your body for real results. Click the link below to watch my free 15-minute training and learn how to get started today.
Okay, so that's the ad. Kind of get the point. Now, attention. So, attention women struggling to change their body composition. 4 hard to believe methods. Every woman over 40. Is this a... That's a photo. Is this a photo? No. 4 hard to believe methods every woman over 40 must know before getting toned. Alright? Free training challenges everything you thought you knew about getting toned. Boom. Free training. Okay, so now there's an opt-in. Okay, here's what you'll learn. Why restrictive dieting after 40 actually causes metabolism to get worse. Everyone's doing their thing. So, you know, if you're in, again, making money space, what you're going to learn is why the 9 to 5 is actually not the way to make generational wealth. Okay, basically making it harder and harder to get toned with every new one you try. Yeah. Why the commonly recommended follow along. So again, with money making, why the commonly recommended S&P 500 and other generic approaches to making money often leave you, I don't know, unsatisfied and broke, whatever. Why not understanding what is keeping you stuck will keep you trapped in a vicious cycle, and how to get toned and change your body composition. So obviously they bolded kind of the highlights. Again, if you were to probably put a heat map on this, it's a small lander. It's just a video, and then testimonials, and then obviously CTA. But a lot of them, again, it's a smaller lander, a very small lander. So, you know, it would be interesting to see how much percent actually go all the way down here. And then here's what you learn. So if it was, so this actually makes me want to scroll, obviously, because I have this here. That's why that's there. If this here is what you'll learn was not there or not visible via desktop, I would probably, a lot of people probably wouldn't go down. But since it is there, you start going down, you go, oh, there's more to it. Interesting. And then I can start seeing the testimonials, and then you go, ah, all right, get it. And then you get it. We're actually not going to go over right now, but... So that's kind of that. That's what they're selling you on this page. Now we are almost done, but let's go to the Fit Over 40. This is their low ticket. So that's going to go to a book a call. Most likely you're going to get the funnels. Or what's going to happen is you're going to get emails and then text messages and then emails to book a call. But that probably leads to a book a call. And then you're going to come to this funnel. And again, they have different, I'm pretty sure they have different brand avatars. So you'll see different faces basically saying different messages. They are a big brand. Again, they did, I think, 5 mil last month. So this is 120 ads. So the other page is running 36 ads. That's to a training to then probably a book call again. And you're just going to get into their CRM. So again, the setter can call you and then see if you are qualified. This is straight to a lander, and this is straight to low ticket. Okay, so Let's see here. When the 26, these got thrown out today. Let's go to a lot of ads. So June 7th. No kidding. All right. Same thing. Yeah. No, it's a new one. So again, they have a lot of avatars. They have a lot of brand ambassadors, you can say, or faces of the brand, and I think each have their own unique thing, right? So the one we viewed was Metapause. The other one could be Get Jacked. That is not one. So for instance, this one here is different. This is the ultimate guide to macronutrients. So if you're having a macronutrient issue, if you're lifting weights but you still aren't sure about the diet, they're probably obviously going to say, hey, it's not about working out, it's more about the diet.
If you want to sustainably eat more while building lean muscle definition without eating...
And this here, by the way, their VSLs are from Vid Analytics. This here, I forget what this is called, but it's basically not a speed bar. I forget what Vid Analytics coins it. But you will see, so this looks like it's a short video, right? I'm almost already a quarter into the video. What you will then see...
pigeon-sized portions, swearing off your favorite foods, or avoiding parties and restaurants because they don't work for your diet, macronutrients are the answer. By dialing in the right ratio between carbs, protein, and fats, you will supercharge your results while eating more than you ever imagined possible. That's exactly why I created the ultimate guide to macronutrients. Inside, you'll discover how to build nutritious...
Never mind. But this here is basically there's a feature you can put that makes it look like you've watched almost all the video already. It's going to increase average viewer duration because I'm almost halfway already done. I'll keep watching it. But then what happens is the actual bar, you look back at it and it just doesn't move because it's like a 15-minute video. But it's a way that increases view duration because if I see this, again, it's already halfway done. I'll continue watching it. But I think
meals eating out almost...
So the ultimate guide to macronutrients, how to sustainably eat more while building lean muscle definition without letting go of your favorite foods. Only a few days left. Is that compliant? It's probably, you've been saying only a few days left since when? Since June? Yeah. Well, like a few weeks left. I guess not. This offer expires. Never mind. I take that back. Few days left, yeah. Didn't even see that. Again, they're gonna show it here. Only $37 today. Save. One thing too, when it comes to numbers, you want to keep them whole like this. You don't want to add the anything after. It actually makes the number look bigger. So the way they're doing this is the 37 is gonna look smaller, right? Because obviously if you have, you want the purchase number to look smaller. But then also you want this savings number to look bigger, so they're going to add the zeros in this time. Okay, that's why they're doing that. And then get the course plus 7 bonus gifts, $99, just $37 down below. I guess they whole rounded that. Start watching in the next 2 minutes. Now available for instant access. Got to opt in, claim your copy. What is the ultimate guide to macronutrients? Are you making a conscious effort to eat healthier and leaner? Without seeing any real difference and possibly even going backwards. If so, macronutrients in the answer. Control carbohydrate, protein, fat, by following the ultimate guide macronutrients. He'll never need the things that they've been doing ever again. Gallon the right ratio between carbs, protein, fats, and you'll supercharge your results while eating more. They all want to be eating more. That's everybody, and they go down it. And again, testimonials, and they're going to give me another get ultimate guide to macros. That brings me up to the top. So that's one there. Let's do scroll. Let's get it toned. Let's see here. That's the same one. All right. Let's see what this looks like here. Have you ever been told that the secret to getting figure is just eat less than the body burns? Yuck. That advice is... So, yeah, so what they're doing here is, right, so like I said, so you know, you could be working out, but it's not that it's not that you're not working out properly. It's this whole new thing entirely. Okay? So the advice is atrocious. It only leads to misery, not freedom. The angle they're taking is obviously just eat less than the body burns. So the whole calories in, calories out kind of thing. Tracking calories is a recipe for disaster. They have all tried to track it. So they're just going to go, again, they're opening up the mind. They're agreeing, yes, you know, everyone reading this is like, have you ever been told? So they're going positive. You want to go positive. So the opening's positive. You're agreeing. If you're reading this, you go, have you ever been told the secret to great figure is just to eat less? Yes, I have been. That advice is atrocious. You know, it leads to misery. They're like, yes, I'm very miserable. And then tracking recipe is a recipe for disaster. Yes, I agree. But can you eat more than you ever thought possible and have everything you want in a physique? Okay, I haven't heard that before. They probably have, but a lot of people now take this angle in this market, right? So opening in, so you've now allowed the subconscious to open, and then I can finally now start changing your belief, changing your mindset, changing you, because now your resistance is down. If you want to track, if you know what to track instead, physique, if you know what to track, right? So that's exactly why I created the ultimate guide to macronutrients. Again, titles are very important. The ultimate guide, the only guide, the whatever thing, you know, the ultimate blueprint to macronutrients, just stuff like that. Sells quite well. I teach you how to build nutritious meals eating out almost anywhere. Ooh, one thing they all want to do is eat out, right? Husbands, friends, everyone, let's go out tonight. And anyone trying to lose weight has issues going out and what to order on the menu. And then they have to look themselves in the mirror the next day and say, shit, why the hell did I go out and now I'm 5 pounds heavier? X, Y, and Z. Like, it's a massive issue. Again, you're just touching the pain points here, and you're just reversing it, saying, I will teach you how to build nutritious meals, get eating out almost anywhere. So, look, you can still eat out. I'll show you this. You know, it's going to be like, wow, that's embedded in there, but it's like the ultimate menu, you know, the ultimate going out guide, right? How to eat wherever, but also still lean up, or how to eat the most healthy choices by just looking at a few certain things on the menu, whatever it may be, right? Set concrete goals and take clear steps towards building the body composition that you want. And a simple trick, right? So, okay, what trick is this? Simple trick for hitting your macros consistently with no extra work. A lot of people have troubles hitting macros. It's not easy. It can be a little difficult. So they're just going to add that in there and so much more. So again, it's like, not only are you going to learn these pillars, you're going to learn so much more. Plus, you get free lifetime access to the guide. Now, you don't really want to give away lifetime access. The only reason they are doing it is because it's info. It's a guide. There's no price to the guide. Like, they just made this on Canva or whatever. You know, so it's like $0. But if you were to say, we're going to give you away lifetime access to our community, that's not going to work, because you're going to be paying a hefty bill to keep that community alive. So lifetime access to the guide with the ability to access almost immediately. If you're ready to take the first step in getting into control of your body composition and the way it looks for the rest of your life, find out how the Warrior Babes Ultimate Guide to Macronutrients below. Macros, the missing key to weight loss after 40. Get toned without giving up a single food you love. Can't really read all that. Price, right? 30-day money-back guarantee. Your order is covered by my 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, we'll gladly give you a I can't even say it. We'll gladly give you back a refund, and you can even keep the PDF. That's what it's going to say. I'm probably going to go do a guarantee down below. Let's just say here. So if you're not happy with your purchase, just email me within 30 days about your purchase. I'll refund all your money back. You don't even have to return the ebook. No questions asked. There you go. A lot of guarantees are like that. Again, you're just removing the risk. So the way that works is that macros, the missing key to weight loss after 40, right? So you're gonna throw in. So now we're spending money. So a guarantee, because again, a lot of the market has bought stuff like this. That's why guarantees are very popular. 30-day money-back guarantee. Your order is covered by my 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not happy with your purchase, just email me at here within 30 days of your purchase, and I will refund all your money back. You don't need to return the book. So it's like, you know, a lot of them buy things and then, okay, look, I have 30 days. I can spend $37. I have 30 days. If it kind of works, great. Oh, and I don't even have to return the ebook, right? So again, that's kind of just psychology. People hate losing things. You'd rather, right? You'd rather save $100 than win $100, right? Because you just lost a version and everything like that. So you don't want to give anything away. And specifically, women, a lot of it is from security, right? So from safety, security. So giving away a book, it's like, I'm giving away, you know, it's you're losing something. So I'll just I can keep the book and get my money back. Makes sense. All right, so that's kind of the psychology behind that. And then again, we go to this one here. Okay, so pretty basic. We got sustainably. You'll hear that word everywhere in fitness. They kind of just break down what you're gonna get, right? Kind of like a AC funnel, just very short, but down the right ratio of carbs your body uses each 3 macros, right? So they kind of provide some knowledge here. You know, get the ultimate. Best of all, this does not mean you need to make major lifestyle changes. There you go. People don't like change. This process becomes more natural to open up. Imagine never having to look forward end of a diet, being desperate for a cheat day, right? So this right here, imagine never having to look forward to the end of a diet. Like everyone that's dieting is like, I want this crap to end. Everyone wants a cheat day, and right, so count against you. So again, just talking about pain points. Now let's cover a few specifics. So here you go. So you're interested in everything. You're kind of looking around. Right, but again, this is all kind of outcome based, and then they kind of dive into specifics, and again, how to reveal all this stuff, specifics. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll find inside. The ideal number of meals to eat, why you should completely avoid the net carbs, yada yada yada. Sell, CTA, lifetime access to the workshop. Plus 3 quick starter bonuses to help you shape your body. Everything now has bonuses these days. We can get into bonuses another day. I want you to ask, do you guys cardio in the gym? Here's a quick look at your free bonuses, what you're gonna get. Okay, cool. Busy Mom, just lighting. Fast guide to toning up with macronutrient. The Busy Moms of lightning fast. Jeez, long day today. The Stop Overtraining workshop. By applying this, get instant access. Testimonial, CTA. And then you come back up here, full name. Now this opt-in, now there's kind of a bit of controversial within the space, but this opt-in here, you're going to get, a decrease in individuals opting in, but the people who do opt in are higher intent. All right, hope you understand that. It's like basically advertising it's basically the bouncer at a club that requires ID. So obviously you don't want the people, you know, I don't want people that are not 40 that are trying to do these things. So if this is too much, right, if it's too much to put your name in your email, I don't even probably want you anyways, because you're not even going to listen or follow some of these steps. That's kind of the thing behind that. Also, I'm going to get this stuff up front so that I can just, email you and text you here. I can also do that on the back end. So depending on what you're kind of going for, I can either put the opt-in first or I can just go claim your copy, right? And then it's going to give me to the cart essentially, right? But they want some information up front. So you're going to have less people, but more intent. And that's kind of that. All right. So this is a long video. This is a long video. But again, they're running a ton of ads. Now they go to a quiz here. Quizzes are very impactful, especially in fitness. Every body's unique. Everyone's a little different. So take your quiz, and we're going to give you a very unique, tailored approach to you losing weight, all this other stuff. That's essentially what they're doing here. Select the areas you'd like to improve, where you'd like to go. They all have this on a back end, and then eventually they're going to probably throw you to one of the landers we've potentially discussed. Whether you're trying to get strength, work on metabolism, body composition. Let's just do it here. So body composition, next. Cool. Next, do you feel like your hormones are working against your weight loss efforts? Feeling broken. Nothing I work try. Hormones are out of control. Yes. Scale 1 to 10. Do you feel about your current approach? Oh, it's terrible. Do you feel about your current approach to nutrition and fitness? I guess 3. Have you experienced unwanted weight gain in the last 6 months? Yes. How can we tailor recommendations to suit your age group? Let's just do boom. Do you experience with regular issues? Any of the following issues? Yes. Okay. I guess they don't allow me to pick. Boom. No way. All right. So for me, they want the 7-day metabolism reset. Okay. So again, this is one of the funnels they're running, and this is the funnel. That's essentially not a copy and paste, but is basically motivated from Jeremy Miner's 7th level Black Book funnel. Okay, so it's like, look, 7-day metabolism reset. Now, what would be better, I think, would be this is the one, like, because there's not incongruence. Obviously, I know, okay, this is the quiz, and it said, I wish I would have had that page. It said loading or whatever, but it would be cool if there was a direct funnel that said, hey, given that you did this quiz and you have these certain answers, this is one for you. I think that's what it did say. And so there is that congruence across, right? Because if I just did the quiz and then there wasn't like this loading thing and it just brought me here, it would kind of be like, it would seem a little broken. There needs to be some context saying, hey, we understand that you went through the quiz and had specific answers. A lot of the people, 17,000 other people have gone through this, and this seems to be working the best for them. And then they just drop me here. Okay. And then this is another one here. Again, you can go watch my video, 7th level, Jeremy Miner. It's the same thing. I think we'll end it there. Again, Warrior Babe, very cool company. They're making a lot of money, running a lot of advertising. They spend a lot on advertising, and I believe they're trying to work on the organic side. But very cool concepts, very cool infrastructure, and that's that. That's a funnel breakdown. Again, I think 5 mil last month. So they're doing numbers, and we're going to do more funnel teardowns, breakdowns coming soon. Hopefully you enjoyed. Take care. Leave your questions down below, and we'll go from there.